What's up guys, Vyminal back at it again with another video, and today we have Corsair's latest flagship gaming mouse, the Nightsword RGB. Now this is dubbed a performance-tunable gaming mouse suitable for FPS and Moba. Now we're going to gloss over all the features in this video and you're going to find out if this mouse is the right choice for you. But first off, as always, is product packaging. Now we see a lot of manufacturers today follow this trend of minimalist packaging design with the product displayed on the front and ample product information on the back. We have Corsair's sort of slogan or tagline, "Control Freak," over here on the side. Box looks very clean, very straightforward. I like it. And a lot of their products have the same sort of less is more design philosophy, which I really appreciate very much. It seems that the minimalist design aesthetic doesn't really transfer to the mouse itself. As you can see, the mouse is quite maximalist, so to speak. There are a lot of different design elements going on, a lot of different RGB on the side, on the bottom over here, and it has 10 programmable buttons, guys. 10 programmable buttons, of which you can assign to different inputs with the Corsair IQ software. You can see the rubber grips over here at the back of the body of the mouse, and it actually feels very good. The rubber grips also extend to the side portion of the mouse body, and the mouse clickers, the left and right mouse clickers, as well as the 10 programmable buttons, all in all, have a matte plastic finish, which are very easy to grip and very easy to press, and doesn't really slide off even when your palms get sweaty. There's really not much to say about the design aesthetic of the mouse, except that it looks very futuristic, very maximalist, very gamer, and it has more RGB than, quite frankly, any other mouse I've seen on the market right now. So if you're into that sort of aesthetic, then, you know, this is definitely up your alley. Now on to why it's a performance-tunable gaming mouse. The mouse comes with 6 optional weights. Now the mouse weighs, without the cover over here, the mouse weighs 115 grams. Now, you have 130 different permutations when you apply these optional weights underneath the mouse, and you can bring it up all the way up to 141 grams. Now, if you've been keeping up with the competitive mouse scene, you've noticed that a lot of different companies are trying to one-up each other by going with different weight options for the mice. Like, they're going lighter and lighter, lesser weight, and basically less weight is perceived to be better in the current mouse market. We've seen Logitech do this, we've seen Final Mouse, we've seen Glorious Model O, and Razer, I heard from some rumors that they are actually building a very lightweight gaming mouse that is yet to be revealed. And from the looks of this product, Corsair seems to be uninterested with the current trend, and instead they just throw that out the window and go with a mouse that is substantially heavy. With substantial, I mean a lot heavier than a lot of current mice out in the market today. Now, when I think of the Corsair Nightsword RGB, I think of it as a direct competitor to the Logitech G502, especially the G502 Hero and Lightspeed versions that just released recently. Why is that? The Corsair Nightsword and the Logitech G502 has exactly the same weight. You can tune them up from about 120 grams to 140 grams. They have the exact same weight. Not only that, they are both rather large in size and benefit those who have large hands. Now, I have average sized hands, mind you, and I intend to gravitate towards smaller, lighter mice since I'm a low DPI player who enjoys using lighter mice and moving around the mouse mat with ease. Now, you may be a high DPI player and you might prefer a bigger, heavier mouse for those micro movements. You've seen it time and time again. Low DPI players prefer lighter mice and high DPI players prefer heavier mice. Now, that's not to say that you can't be a low DPI user with a heavy mouse. I mean, it's all personal preference at this point. Now let's talk about specifics. This mouse has a PMW PixArt 3391 sensor, and just about everybody and their mom knows that this sensor is top-notch and you will not get any tracking issues whatsoever. It goes up to 18,000 DPI and you can adjust the DPI with increments of 1 DPI. It has 50G acceleration and 400 IPS, as well as 1000 Hz polling rate. The build quality of the mouse itself is excellent. The rubber grips feel nice, your hands won't slip or anything like that. The clickers are made of Omron switches, so those are top-notch as well. At this price point, this mouse costs about $80, and it goes toe-to-toe with other high-end mice on the market right now. At this price point, it really boils down to personal preference, play style, and what grip you're currently using. Because when you're putting top-end components into a product and you put them toe-to-toe, you know, it really depends on user preference. Because now when I first held this mouse in my hands and before I actually started using it, I noticed that it forced a bit of a claw grip. That is partly due to the mouse body's sort of hunchback design. If you notice, the back end over here is quite pronounced. Fortunately for me, I tend to use a claw grip just with any other mice that I use. This mouse actually feels extremely comfortable. Despite my average sized hands, I can still claw the mouse, despite it being quite a large mouse than most other mice that I've used. So bear that in mind. When using this mouse, you're going to be using a claw grip. When trying to palm this mouse, it doesn't really feel natural, and what felt natural for me was using the claw grip, and I have absolutely no qualms with that, and I think that's great. In fact, 6 out of 10 gamers say that claw grip really improves their aim, and a lot of competitive FPS players prefer using claw grip other than palm grip, for example, or even hybrid. So claw grip is the most popular grip for competitive FPS players, and this is a mouse geared towards competitive play. And with all that said, you got a mouse with a top-end sensor, top-end build quality, top-end components, all the RGB any hardcore gamer could ask for. Very flexible weight between 115 to 141 grams, and a grip or mouse body that favors a claw grip. Now, is this mouse for you? Do I recommend this mouse? Again, that depends on your play style, that depends on what games you play, that depends on, do you prefer a heavy mouse or a lighter mouse? I personally know some competitive players who prefer a heavy mouse and say they aim better with a more substantial mouse. I also know players who say they aim better with lighter mice. Now ask yourself that question: what are you comfortable with? What weight of a mouse are you looking for? This is definitely for people who prefer a more substantial build. Now, considering you're a user who prefers a heavy mouse, will I recommend this mouse? Absolutely. It's $80. By no means is it the most expensive mouse out there, but it has a top-end sensor, very good build quality, very good flexibility, good software integration, and not to mention the weights are digitally integrated, so you can calculate the center of mass and determine key points of weight in the mouse. So you got a rich feature set built into this mouse, and it's a really easy buy. If you prefer a wired mouse, and if you prefer a heavy mouse, this is definitely one to look at. That's it for this quick video review, guys. Hope you find this video to be informative. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed this video. This has been Vyminal. I'll catch you next time.